Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm very excited to be doing this look because as you probably know, it's like the #1 in the trend on the trending page. It is Lady Gaga's performance with Bradley Cooper on the song Shallow. And I've decided to do that today because one, the makeup was beautiful. I think her regular makeup artist is Sarah No Makeup. I think that's her tag on Instagram and whatnot and Twitter. So I think that's who did her makeup for the Oscars. So I'm really excited to recreate this look. I thought it would be a great look to achieve because it's just a classic glamour look. Makeup's going to be a lot different than what I usually do on my channel. We're going to be using more of a medium coverage, glowy, dewy foundation. So without further ado, let's get into this look. Now today, I am going to be using the Maybelline, is this Maybelline? Yeah, Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, Matte and Poreless Foundation. And this is in the shade 112, Natural Ivory. The reason I'm using this is because it's medium to full coverage, so I can really get some medium coverage with this to make it look more natural. So I'm gonna combat the matteness of it with this dewy primer by Wet n Wild. So this is what it looks like. It looks like it's tinted. Don't be scared of it. It shears down so much that you can't even tell that it's tinted. It just gives you a really nice glow on the skin. And be gentle with your skin when you're rubbing things in. You don't want to pull too much because that'll cause premature aging. And just go around your face like this and go and tap it like this. And this will just bring some circulation into the skin and wake it up. So now that our skin is very flawless and it's super dewy, what I'm going to do is start with our base. I'm in this habit of just starting with my base and doing all the complexion products first and then moving on to the eyebrows and eyes. So just take it on the back of your sponge. I'm using a Morphe sponge, and then just apply it all over your face. And don't put too much because, like I said, this is definitely going to be on the more natural glowy side of things. And we have the foundation laid, and this is a really nice coverage for the look we're going for. Nothing too heavy and nothing too full coverage, just enough to correct the skin tone. So now I'm going to go in with some concealer, and like I said, keep it on the lighter side of coverage, just enough to correct the under eye dark circles that I have in particular. And we're going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Ivory. And going in directly with the applicator, we're just going to put that on my under eye, just enough right here, and also here. And then just take the pointy side of your sponge and just blend that into your foundation. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 10, and this is a loose powder. And I like, especially for more natural looks, taking my sponge, the pointy end, dipping into that powder there, knocking off the excess so you don't put too much, and then just going in under the eye and setting that. And the reason I like using my sponge for this is because it you're less likely to put too much product on, so it avoids cakiness and over application. And then now what I like to do is make sure that there are no creases in my forehead because I'm very expressive when I talk. And what happens is I move my forehead quite often when I talk in general. So I like to set that with my under eyes. And then I just like taking a little more onto the sponge and just dip it really around all in that powder, coat it, and then knock off the excess. And then I just go around my face and set the rest of my face. Okay, and then that is basically the face. It is set. Now we're going to move on to bronzer and contour and blush and highlight. And I'm using the Nude Rose contour, highlight, and blush palette that I always use by BH Cosmetics. A wonderful palette. And I'm taking this shade right here, the more warm shade out of the two. And we're going to use that on a big fluffy brush and bronze up her face. Okay, so Gaga actually does wear a blush. I'm going to use this blush from the same palette that we've been bronzing and contouring from. Hello, I'm filming. I'm joking. It's our landscaping people, and he's really good. He like works every day, and he like blows the leaves off the road and the stairs and stuff, so it's really nice. So I'm just going to take a more domed brush, like the big brush we used for bronzer, but just a smaller version of it. Dip into that blush shade. Smile on the apples of the cheeks, and then just push her back into the bronzer. Now we're going to highlight. So what I'm going to actually do is go back to my old, good, trusty Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter powder. And as you can see, it's used, it's like broken. It's in the shade Blossom Glow. It's literally my favorite highlighter that I've ever tried. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics 101 brush here. This is the BH Cosmetics 107 brush, and I use this for eyeshadows and I use it for applying highlighter, so it's extremely dual purposed. I haven't used this in forever, and I totally forgot how absolutely phenomenal this highlighter is. Like, a little goes a long way, like, Jesus. Can you wait until I get done? Can you wait till I get done? Can you wait till I get done filming? Because these people want to know. They want to know. They want to know how to get the look. Get the look. How to get the look. So please excuse the landscape person, but I'm going to continue to film because I have other obligations to do today. I'm just taking this Rose Petals Rose Water by Heritage Store. You can get it at Whole Foods. I think it's their brand or something. And I just like doing this after I've applied all of my powders to my face, just to really meld them together. And this is really going to give you that dewy, natural look. I'm going to, like I said, do my eyebrows off camera, but instead of carving them out with concealer, I'm just going to pencil them in with a regular pencil. The one that I always use, the BH Cosmetics HD Brow Pencil, just because Gaga, especially in this picture or in this look, her brows are on the more natural side in terms of she doesn't go in, or her makeup artist doesn't go in with a concealer underneath them to really chisel them out. They're more on the natural side. I'm just going to do that off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I have my eyebrows on. Okie dokie, so now we're on to the eyes. I just brought just a tiny bit of leftover product onto my eyelids from the sponge, and just to act as kind of a base. What I'm going to do now is take the Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palette here, and the reason I am taking this is because it's filled with lots of nudes, and that's basically what Gaga used in this look. I'm going to go ahead and dip into this shade here, and it's in the shade Silk Cream, and then just take the BH Cosmetics 101 brush that we used to highlight, and then just place that into our crease. And that just gives us a nice wash of brown into our lid. And then I'm going to go into the shade right next to that. That is in the shade MFEO, which is this shade here. And then just do the same exact thing that I did with the shade Silk Cream. There we are there. And then I'm just going to take the a deeper brown shade, and it's in the shade there, and the shade name is Pooter. What a name. Wow, what a name. And then I'm just going to concentrate this one on the outer lash line and to the outer crease. Now what I'm going to do is just repeat the same steps onto the bottom of the lash line. Now comes the tricky part. I actually don't know if it's actually a winged liner on her. I know it's not a winged liner, but I don't know if it's like a shimmer shade that they used with a precision brush like this and applied it like on her lash line or what. But it doesn't look like it's on her whole lid at all. It's just like a shimmer shade on her lash line. So what I'm going to do to try to achieve that to the best of my ability is take the shade here in the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette in the shade Spirit, and then take that liner brush and really dip into that Spirit shade. And then act like we're gonna do a winged eyeliner, but start with the lash line first. Hers is very faint, and this is super faint anyways, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's nothing dramatic. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with my lash curlers and comb my lashes and apply mascara and false lashes. Alright guys, so I'm back. I just went ahead and did the other eye off camera, applied mascara and some false lashes. It took forever because these lashes were trying to play me today and I literally was not having it. This is literally the exact same thing that I would do on myself. So in order to set this into place, I'm just gonna use some of the Morphe setting spray, and it's a continuous setting spray mist. So that's that, and you can spray it on your face or spray it in front and walk into it. But since I don't plan on keeping this on for very long, I'm just going to spray in front of me and walk into it. I hope that you guys like this video. I know I had fun making it. I mean, it was like fine making it. I mean, it's not the most revolutionary thing, but I just wanted to show you how accessible these red carpet looks are. Like, they're usually super natural. So they're super approachable and everyone can do them. Next week is going to be something completely different. I'm going to definitely be doing something very, very dramatic and very like cut crease, glitter, everything. So something more up my alley and what you guys come here for. I hope that you guys like this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.